This will be a video about a item from a job lot that I purchased quite recently. This is a Philips CDR 796, as it says, audio CD player and recorder. It's got a playback side and it's got a recording side. Interestingly, it says on here MP3 CD playback. As far as I know, I would not expect this to record in MP3, which is a shame, but it will play back MP3 data discs that were kind of recorded on computers around, I would say, the 2000s. It was quite a big thing, wasn't it, MP3 files. Let's give this a power up, and it does power up. Welcome to Philips reading. Okay, insert disc. Okay, we shall do that. So that's oh, looks a little bit lazy on the out there, doesn't it? So there's probably at least about change with this, I would say, and possibly a disc lens. Oh no, it's read it. Okay, so I think as well that there would have been a remote for this, most definitely a remote for this this particular recorder. I will have to get the Harmony remote out and see if I can assign this device to that, which I'll do shortly. If this looks like it's playing, let's have that. Excellent. Wasn't expecting that. Let's stop. Let's just see. It's seek. Not too bad. Let's try the. Although it's marked as recorder, it should open CDR. So it's expecting me to stick a recordable CD in here, I think. But anyway, let's see. Does it at least record play back this? It shouldn't it? Because it's got the controls down here for it. Yep. Excellent. Let's play. That seems reasonably quick, doesn't it? Let's just. Yeah. Okay, that's good. I'm going to plug the headphones in a minute. So with the headphones on, I'm just going to see if I. Excellent. Okay, let's as I check, just make sure that this side does still play with the headphones, like everyone does, shouldn't it? Oh, insert disc. That's not good, is it? You can see the dust in there, though, in that tray. Oh, that's better that time. If anything, this side looks like it might be more on a edge in terms. I'm happy there. What's this? That must be a dubbing speed button. Maybe you just press that and it kind of does it for you. Record, copy CD will require a music CD to record onto. What I mean is a CDR or a CD read-write with the music emblem on, because there were extra fees to be paid in terms of license for copyright and stuff. So yeah, that's a bit of a pain with these sort of things. They don't record on standard CDs. Okay, what shall I do next? I think I will see if I can get the remote going. Let's do that. Took a few seconds to find the device. I did put in the model number, but it does just say on here now Philips CD. But it does have finalise as one of the buttons I need to have assigned. So I'm going to have a little think now about which ones and do that now. They're just syncing now. Having assigned a load of buttons that I'm probably going to forget where they are. That's complete. Good. That's programmed. Just check that. AVR game. Okay. So that's good. Let's find a MP3 disc and see if that works. This is one that would have been recorded a few years back on a CDR. Can it play it? Interesting. Maybe not. Ooh. That's interesting. It's a CD1. It's interesting. It says that each CD is an album. Cool. Oh, that would be quite good to have on the hi-fi for a little while. Depends on the sound quality, obviously. I can't remember what bit rate I used. It was probably no more than 128, maybe 192. I'll have to check on the computer. Okay, cool. Let's take that out and let's try putting a music CDRW into this side. And to give it the best shot, it's an unwrapped one, so I wouldn't say it's new, it's just unwrapped. They're going to be both whirling away for a minute. The CD's loaded, and if I try to play, I'm not going to try playing on this side, I'm just going to listen out. Ooh, okay, that looks good, doesn't it? So 2 red buttons there, and I'll just as well try this because it's a rewritable, this one, so I can't do any damage to the CD. I can't turn it into a coaster basically, but it does say on there speed, and then it's got 1, 2 or 4, and then record and copy CD. So I don't know which one to press really. Maybe I'll press this side. So it's got to perhaps do some work on the CD RW first. Okay, it's saying it's going to take about 13 minutes. Good, okay. I'm going to leave it now for 13 minutes and go and have a sandwich. Come back down and see where we are, see if we've got any errors. Well, we're down to about 3.5 minutes, still recording. And so it's got this nice red light kind of warning you not to touch a damn thing when it's recording. It's also got the speed it's recording at there, so it's actually doing it 4 times, which would be about right, wouldn't it, to get it down to that sort of time scale, the 13 minutes to record it. And it's even telling us in there that it's recording to a CDRW as well. So let's just cross fingers and hope that it succeeds. In any case, I'm going to take this apart to have a look at how dusty it might be inside. Before I open it to look inside, I'm just sort of thinking, I wonder what sort of decks it's got in there. It'd be nice if any of it could be replaced, but I probably doubt it. It's probably custom kind of collections and things, so it may not be possible to use different drives in here to kind of give it any greater length of life, I guess. But it's looking promising at the moment, isn't it? Noticing as well, it's nice that it's got such a good amount of buttons on the front, and it's even got a direct one to erase the CD as well, so that's quite nice. This as well, Expanion is something I remember seeing on CD portables, I think, going back a few years. So this is probably around 20 years old, or just over 20 years old. Let's see what the last bit of its recording sequence is going to be like. You may notice this ticking a bit faster than normal, and that's because I speed up the videos that I do. So this should be finalising, yeah. Now it needs to finalise for it to be playable on other players. So I wonder if that's an accurate countdown. That's quite a long process, isn't it? About a minute. It went a bit quieter at the 20-second mark. Ooh. Okay. Let's test then. Let's take the old one out. Let's take out the CD that I've just recorded. Let's now play. Wow, that's a result, isn't it? Excellent. Let's just try it in this side. Yep, you can see what it's recorded there. You know, this takes a little bit of time to kind of read. Yeah, this left side does take that bit of time. Excellent. Okay, what's another test I can do? So the copy protection that's used on all these sort of things is SCMS. What I've just realised is that you're legally allowed to make one copy. And then if I was to try to make a copy of a copy, so if I was to take the finished CD in here, put it into this side, and then attempt to make a copy, that should not work. So basically all the recorder is doing is writing a piece of information to the CD that I'm creating now, and that will prevent anyone else from making a copy of the CD. Now, it won't stop you obviously from ripping that CD if you were to make a copy on your PC or something, but useful device to have this, because what you can do if you're still old school and you've got maybe a CD player in your car or a few CD players around the house, then you can make copies to be played in those players and it should all work fine. So that's a little bit about SCMS. I've just opened up this second music CDRW because I'm just going to show you, once it's made the recording, that we can make a copy of what's been recorded. Just a minute or so to go on this second CD that I'm recording. All good. Okay, so this is the digital copy. Let's take the original out. And let's swap the copy back over there. And now I've got a brand new disc. Ooh! Is that copy protection working already? Let's just check. It is still accepting this and not giving up the ghost. You can see me trying all sorts here now, can't you? Come on, open. Doesn't want to open. Have the bouts finally given up? Now, it's been on for a little while now, hasn't it? Everything's warmed up nicely. It's almost like this side has given up the ghost. How strange. Yeah. Okay. So my theory is totally wrong. I thought it was ejecting the disc because it could tell it was a recording, but in theory it shouldn't do, because it should be able to play that back. So the problem we got here is this is probably affected by dust at least, or maybe just it's pretty knackered. But let's get the cover off and have a look. So quite a few screws in the end, 8 screws I think, or was it slightly more than that? It was 9 actually, 9 screws. So this is just showing you back very quickly. We've got the digital optical in and out, which is very, very nice. And it's also got the coaxial as well as optical. We've got the analog in and out as well, stereo. And that's it. So it's a 220 to 240 volt machine. Okay. Well, not much in this. Looks like we've got some dedicated drives though. We can get to the lasers nice and easy, as you can see on there. And hopefully to the loading bouts as well, because I think they're worth changing, aren't they? Changing those first actually. So a very small power board. This is the output input board. You've got the 2 drives and then the main control logic. This one looks like a clear kind of glass to the lens, to the laser, and this has got a slight tinge of blue. So this one I'm quite happy with. It does seem to be recording well. This one might be the suspect, the weakest link, so I'm going to give this more of a thorough clean because I don't want to disrupt the recorder one, and I'm going to see if I can locate easy access to the belts. The mechanisms are quite different. So this one, you can see, kind of slides up and down on this rail. This one's got a more kind of visible cog. You can kind of hear it. It's a different sort of mechanism on the playback one. I guess it's, well, they're both designed to be relatively fast, aren't they? For the time, they're kind of built to be 4x speed, so that would explain the kind of drives that they are. And this one, the playback one, is a KT0002400189937. And if I move my finger out the way, and this one is a Mitsumi drive. So just getting a video of the part number, it's always useful to be able to refer back if needed. With the power on, I ejected both sides and then I disconnected the power and then I manually moved, and you can see the belt inside there. It doesn't look too bad. I think that probably is a little bit weak. There's a similar arrangement in this one as well, if we can see it. Yeah, there. So what I'm using is a little tool, like a free tool from an IKEA sort of furniture type pack, and basically that's quite an easy way to get the belt off. That one doesn't look too bad, but yeah, this one definitely needs changing, so I'm going to get a tighter one to put on. So the one on the right is the one I'm going to put on to replace it, and the one just above is what I'm going to put on to replace this one. It's interesting, I've put a brand new belt on, this one, and it seems to, on purpose, it kind of slows down anyway, so maybe I could have got away with that belt for a bit longer, but it's good to know that they've got decent belts anyway. So let's put this dodgy one back in again, MP3 one. So it's still got a bit of an issue, and what I noticed is if you wind the laser back and then load it, it does the same. What's causing that? Well, that side's looking good. Probably can leave that alone. Got to work on this one now. Very straightforward to take this drive out of here. It's just 2 ribbon cables to slide in, and there's just 2 screws actually on the rear. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to replace one capacitor on here, that blue one there. So I've got the board separated from the drive mechanism and the soldering irons on. Just a single 220 microfarads 25 volt one to change over, so I shall do that now. New capacitor in there, and tightened everything back up. I'll put this back into the machine now. So just turn it back on again now, and seeing if we get anywhere. Good thing is, not busted anything on this side, I don't think. That's good. See the speed it's going around. Now, one thing I have noticed is the fan at the back is not going. Now, I don't know if it's temperature controlled and it comes on at a particular time, but if anyone knows if that fan is permanently on, normally or not, then can they let me know, please? Because obviously I don't want to run this with a risk of it getting too hot. Wow, that seems to be a bit quicker actually. Okay, let's try the 2 CDs, the one that was recorded as a copy. I'll put the copy into the playback and see if I can make a copy of a copy, which I don't think it will let me do. So this is the copy now. Let's put the headphones back in, I think. Where have I kicked them now? Okay, so this is the copy. Okay, that's fine. So the copy will play in there. So when this started to play up on me, you remember it opening up and looking like it was rejecting the CD, which it obviously wasn't doing. It was just not reading the thing properly. So I'm going to open up this side, put in a totally blank one, and see even if it gives me an option to copy. It may get as far as saying I can copy and then tell me at that stage it can't copy, but we shall see. We'll let it initialize first. There you go. Okay, let's do copy CD again. It looks like it's going to do it, doesn't it? Well, hey, copy protect. Now that's what I would expect. So the SCMS protection is written to the copy, which is fair enough. The copy can't be copied, although it could be copied if you obviously ripped it onto a PC. So yeah, I think that's been reasonably successful. I'm just going to try that a couple more times. Another component looked like it was kind of suffering from dry joints, dry solder joints. So yeah, let's play that again. I'm happy to give this a bit more of a try and then decide whether or not I'm going to keep hold of it myself. Well, I'm going to leave it like that now. I'm quite happy that the drive seems to be behaving itself a bit more, which is good, or a lot more I should say. But it's going to need a proper test over the weekend now, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put the cover on, put all the screws back in, and give that a go. So yeah, thank you for staying on and watching the video, and please can you like and subscribe, and I'll do a few more videos in the future. Thank you then, bye for now.